Okay, welcome to another Q&A. A lot of you guys have asked over and over and over in different shape, forms, or methods, what can you make? What's the potential here with your particular strategy? And a lot of that comes from, unfortunately, I'll say, comes from wholesalers. And I don't want to poo-poo wholesalers because I have some that do hundreds of deals on my podcast, smartrealestatecoachpodcast.com. So I'm not saying that. There is scalability on that business model. However, many of you go out and do onesie, twosie deals in the wholesale world, and all that's doing is creating a job for yourself, and all that's doing is making you get back on the treadmill and do it again and again and again. You're not creating any sustainable model there unless you are willing to scale it to some great extent. And I think the checks are too small for the most part. So when you're looking at what we do here, how much can you make is really the question. Well, you're going to create 3 paydays. Let me just make sure I'm clear on this. 3 different paydays. So you have cash now, you're going to have cash over time, and then you're going to have a cash out. We call it the back end. The terms are going to be anywhere from 12 to say 60, but generally between 24 and 36, so that you can actually plan out your wealth creation on the back end and then have immediate cash flow coming in for to band-aid bills or whatever you might need to do, including increasing reserves. Let me give you some answer directly to how much can you earn. In 2017, I took that as a snapshot because as of the filming of this, I'm in 18. Payday number 1's averaging just under 27,000. Payday number 2, let me explain this for those of you that might be new too. I've seen this just on YouTube. Maybe you didn't read the book yet, Real Estate on Your Terms. It explains it in great detail. Jump on Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller. Get on there, read the book, and it'll help bridge the gap here. But if you're brand new, payday number 1 is the deposit we get from our tenant buyers. Disclosure, not always up front. It'd be nice if it was 27 grand up front. Sometimes it is. More times than not, it's over time. Over time being with a raise that might be coming, over time being with tax refunds that might be coming. Whatever the plan is, you put that plan together with your tenant buyer, and our average is just under 27. Payday number 2 is going to be the difference between the lease payment you have coming in and the lease payment you have going out or mortgage you have going out, which from an accounting standpoint, again, you don't own it. It's just a lease expense and a lease income. And then payday number 3 is whatever's left, so to speak, on the back end. And what is that going to come from? It's going to come from your markup, right, your premium, and or any principal pay down benefit you have throughout the term of the lease purchase with your seller. So all total, we're just under 75 grand. There's the direct answer to, geez, how much can I make here? Let me get a little bit more specific. In 2017, just taking that year, because the last screen I showed you was kind of the average of those. But if you just take that year and say, well, what's the potential? How much can I create in a year in income? These numbers you're seeing on the screen were actual created incomes for each payday. So in the calendar year of 2017, we created 593,000 change on payday 1s. Was that all received? No, it wasn't all received. Approximately 350 or so was received. The rest was scheduled out into 18 and 19. How cool would it be to end your year and say, wow, next year and the year after, maybe even the third year out, I've got paydays scheduled already. We have associates around the country, and they have paydays to the tune of 80, 100, 150,000 scheduled to go out without even doing another deal. That's pretty cool. Payday number 2s, so think of this, net cash flow created in 2017, in addition to anything else we had with our other 50 or so properties, was $6,500, just under. That's pretty cool. So you say, okay, my business plan this year is X. I'm going to bring in, 250 or 300 payday 1s or whatever it is, but I'm going to create 600 to $1 million, and I'm going to create a brand new from scratch cash flow net in my pocket of X. In this case, it was 64. And on payday 3s, we amassed almost $1 million. So you could say in 2017, we created 1.6 worth of income. So really, that's your detailed answer on what can I make here. If you decide to come into the associate program with us and you're doing deals with us and you take advantage of your free office visit, and if not, you can come for an office visit. You just have to pay for it. And on that office visit, you have 2 days with us, one in the office and one in the field seeing sellers. And in the middle of that, the first evening, you leave here with a business game plan. And that business game plan is going to outline for you, given your goals, your schedule, et cetera, exactly what you can do in your business. Most people leave here with a plan that's outlined for about $500,000 in year 1, Might take you 3 years, but that's the goal, one. And then year 2 or 3, kicking up to about $1 million because payday 3s are kicking in. So there's your potential. There's some kind of proven hard numbers for you. I don't know you well enough to know what you'll create yet, but there's a general answer to how you can roll this thing out. Make it a great week, and be sure to put your questions here on the channel so we can go ahead and get after them for you and film a video just for you. Make it a great week. Thanks for taking the time to get through these Q&As. I know it takes time, but it also takes time to learn and become a master transaction engineer. And if you want to get your fingers on more material like this, go ahead and register below for our free webinar. Did you notice what I said? Free webinar. It won't cost you anything. It'll cost you a half hour of your time. Jump on by registering below for the free webinar. I'm going to walk you through deal structuring. I'm going to walk you through really what makes this market and your profits get to the end result. Super important. Oh, by the way, while you're on the channel here, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that yet. You don't want to miss these Q&As. That would be a shame, because it only takes one major aha, one breakthrough idea, one light bulb that went off in your mind. It could be something not even related if you just stay plugged in and stay immersed to what we're doing. If you like these videos, by the way, go ahead and catch these other ones here. We're going to keep putting these out over and over and over. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you like best about what we're doing right here. Make it a great day.